Hello, this is Craig Mertens, Director of Product Education for Inktavo, the parent company of GraphicsFlow, Inksoft, Printavo, and SignTracker. Welcome to the webinar today. This is a tradition. We've been doing a class on business plans. I believe this is the fourth year in a row we've done this class. And my goal for doing this class is really motivating you guys to start thinking ahead, thinking about plans for 2025, what you're going to do to improve your business, making an honest appraisal about what you're currently doing, and actually putting together a strategic plan that's going to help you to grow and scale your business, because that's what we all want to do. And in order to do that, we are going to need to develop a business plan. Many people do business plans when they first start their business. I've gone through that exercise and done some very complex business plans in the course of being a business owner in my career. The goal today is not to be complex. The goal today is to show you a framework, a very simple framework that you can utilize to create a business plan. And the neat thing is we can leverage technology, especially ChatGPT and AI, to do a bunch of the heavy lifting for us. And so I've put together a framework, and everybody will have an opportunity to download a little marketing kit with the prompts for ChatGPT, examples, all the tools that you guys need in order to do this for yourself. So why a business plan? So if you're in the marketplace in 2024, you know that it's very competitive in the marketplace, and there's big companies out there that have a lot of technology, and it makes it challenging to compete against those folks. And actually, in the decorated apparel business, you kind of get it from both ends. You get it from the big technology companies, and we'll just say like rush order tees or custom ink, but that you're also getting it kind of from the craft and hobbyists that are, whether they're just buying stock transfers now, direct to film transfers, and, that has a tendency sometimes to deteriorate pricing and cause some challenges with folks that aren't necessarily doing this full time, but are more or less kind of an annoyance, right? So what we want to do is be really smart about our business. In order to do that, we need to have a plan. And so what we're trying to do is more closely emulate what you're seeing big companies do. And you can do that because you all have access to some pretty big and impressive technology through Inktavo that's going to help you to compete in the marketplace. And we're going to get into that a little bit today. So who are your competitors? Well, certainly if you're in a small local business, your competitors are the other businesses that engage in relatively the same activities that you do. And I think a lot of times people look at themselves as a local company. If you have an internet presence and a website, maybe you're doing online stores, you're not a local company anymore. You are positioned as a virtual business, and virtual business can operate anywhere. And so one of the things I always like to encourage you guys to do is not think of yourself as local. Branch out. If you might have relatives or family members that are in other states or other parts of the country that have a need for the products that you do, or have a network of people that can introduce your products to those people, there's absolutely no reason for you to not be dealing nationally. And one of the things that I think is really important is understanding that a lot of times your direct competitor could be a promotional products distributor that's just operating out of their house. It can be a big online company. If you're working in the southwestern part of the United States, you're probably encountering some of the big companies that have very sophisticated outside sales forces that go into a school and say, hey, we can do all of your merchandise for you. We'll host a store. We'll handle everything. You guys don't have to lift a finger. In fact, you don't even have to pay us up front. We'll actually send you a check once a month. So that's the competitive landscape. Those are the kinds of folks that you are competing against. And I know it can get kind of demoralizing at times because, you work really hard in your small business and, you've made strides, and all of a sudden maybe you lose a customer to one of these online competitors or a local company, or possibly, you lose to somebody that's just like you, but has a better tech stack and is a little bit more tech savvy. So part of this process that we're going to go through is really talking about how we can beef up our tech stack to compete. And in order to do that, we have to take an inventory of what we're currently doing. Anything you do in life that is worthwhile is going to have some form of sacrifice. I've never really found an exception to that. But the project that we're going to work on today, and this framework we're going to work on here today, is a pretty easy lift and with a pretty big upside. So, I like those kind of situations where you don't have to apply yourself super hard, but you get a big positive outcome as a result of that. And that's what we're going to be doing here today, is we're going to show you how you can leverage some technology to put together a really good little business plan and find some direction for 2025. And ultimately, what we want to do is we want to grow and grow profitably. There's no sense in growing if we're not making more money. So we want to do both. So I'm going to introduce to you a framework and kind of explain what this business plan framework looks like. And then we're going to build out a business plan, and I'll show you exactly how to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. So you are looking at Blue Shirt Printing. So Blue Shirt Printing is the fictitious company that we use in our demo accounts at Inktavo. Our demo Printavo account is Blue Shirt Printing. We have a demo GraphicsFlow account that's Blue Shirt Printing, and our main store in our Inksoft demo account is Blue Shirt Printing. And this is kind of a Main Street USA business that we cooked up. Screen printing, embroidery. They do custom apparel. They've got the online designer cooked in. They're doing fundraising programs. They're setting up stores for their customers. They dropped in a little bit of merch for their own products. The first thing we need to do is we need to do a very good self-evaluation. And so what we're going to actually do is we're going to produce a prompt that we're going to utilize in ChatGPT to actually create this business plan. And the whole idea behind this prompt is, filling out a questionnaire. This is the basic information about Blue Shirt Printing. And this is all the information that I have about Blue Shirt Printing. I've got a little questionnaire. It's got about, I think it's 40 questions. I can go through here and just fill out all the basic stuff, like where my shop is located. I can put a welcome message in here about us. This is all the same kind of information that you would utilize for your homepage. This information, what I utilized this information to do was to create a store bot. And that store bot knows quite a bit about me. And so we're going to use that same ChatGPT technology that we're using for the store bot. We're going to use that same technology to generate a business plan. So let me kind of show you what I did here. I used a framework called Dante AI. And let me log into my Dante account real quick. In the Dante AI platform that I use, what we have here is a framework for building out these custom bots. And we've built out a fair number of bots for our company internally, but the bot that I'm going to show you is actually built out for Blue Shirt Printing. And I'm going to go and select that store chat bot. And there's a little setting over here. It says edit. And what I've done is I've built what we call context instructions. And those context instructions are what we tell the bot in terms of giving it a personality. And this bot, I have a set prompt here. This bot has been given this very specific personality. I actually use ChatGPT to create the personality. What is the purpose of the bot? What is its tone? What can it do and what can't it do? Kind of the scope of what it's designed to do. And this is generally how AI works. If you're creating a custom bot, you have to give it a set of context instructions so it understands what you want. In this case, I could do this very same thing in ChatGPT, but the problem with ChatGPT is there's some limitations in terms of the amount of characters I can include in the context instructions. And what's neat about Dante AI is it has a built-in personality that you start with that's pretty tight. It prevents what we call hallucinations, which is the bot coming up with its own answers to things that might not necessarily be true. And so in this particular bot, all I did is I filled out that questionnaire. Here's the context instructions that I copied and pasted in there. And then I filled out a questionnaire, and that questionnaire had all the answers to all the questions. And it's just basically an upload. I took a Word doc and I pasted the answers to that, and it created a little custom bot. So if I go back to Blue Shirts Printing, go down here, click on the bot, pops up, added a logo to it, created it. So this is one of the things I'm going to challenge all of you guys to do that have a website is create a bot. But I want to show you how AI works and then how we're going to use AI to create this business plan. So this bot I can put in and say, hey, do you do fundraising? So 24/7, I can collect a lead here. I can skip that part and just go right straight in and ask that question. And yeah, hey, it says, hey, we do fundraising. Talks a little bit about our fundraising. What kind of services do you offer? So what it's doing is it's using my context instructions as to how to answer my questions. And it's using a questionnaire to pull the answers. So what kind of services do you offer? There's a question in that little questionnaire that lists the amount of services. So it tells you what we offer. So say we offer decorations services, including screen printing, embroidery, sublimation. It goes through all the different things, hats and hoodies and promotional products. You can ask, what is your turnaround time? So all it's doing is it's using my instructions and it's using the data that I uploaded about my business to create this. So, it's quoting 10 to 12 business days. Why should I buy from you? So you consider buying from us because we utilize the latest technology in screen printing and embroidery, offer competitive prices, provide exceptional customer service, fast turnaround times, Additionally, we have a strong commitment to quality and customer satisfaction, ensuring that you receive the best products for your needs. We also support local charities and community initiatives, making your purchases contribute to a greater cause. If you have any specific questions or need more information, feel free to ask. How do I get a hold of you? You guys see how this is working. So that same questionnaire that I can fill out to do a store bot is that same information I can utilize to create my plan, because it's information about my business. It's every single kind of important thing that you would need to know about your business. For instance, services offered, lead times, all those things that we were polling on. The way we would go about doing this is section by section. So this is a set of steps that we will fill out like a questionnaire that is going to allow me to do my business plan. And so I don't have to write the whole thing. I'm just going to go and fill out the questionnaire. So I'm going to say, okay, so what's my mission? So to provide high quality personalized apparel and foster community spirit, support local businesses, empower organizations to creatively express their values. So for blue shirt printing, there you go. And I used the blue shirt printing bot to create this. I just gave it the list of questions and it just filled it out for me. 2 seconds literally to do this. And then there's a section here about vision. And I'm going to go over to another area. I'm going to talk a little bit about, the specifics. This little blog article that I wrote. Mission, define your business, why your business exists, and problems you solve for your customers. Vision, set long-term aspirations for where you see your business in 3 to 5 years. Current and potential markets, understand your competitors' strengths and weaknesses. That's competition. Current and potential markets, identify who you serve today and new opportunities for growth. Highlight what makes your business unique. Set financial targets and revenue breakdowns by product or service. Outline strategies to attract and retain customers. And then technology stack, document the tools you use or plan to adopt, streamline operations, key metrics, define measurable goals to track your success, risks and challenges, anticipate obstacles and how to overcome them. Customer experience vision, summarize the ideal experience you want your customers to have. This is the set of instructions. And so what you would do to do this, you're going to get a link to download the little kit that's got all these little tools. It's got the little questionnaire, even has a set of instructions on how to use ChatGPT to do this. And if you don't have a ChatGPT account, it tells you how to sign up for a free account, which is awesome. How to go about doing this. The idea here is we want to use this plan to clarify our mission and kind of identify our competitive advantage, set realistic revenue and marketing goals, identify and overcome challenges, and then we just want to create a roadmap for growth. That's what we want to do. And so it doesn't have to be this big, heavy-duty, daunting project. I built this whole thing out this morning. I think I spent about an hour building out a business plan. The longest part was, just gathering the information about the business. The whole idea here is, being intentional about how we go through this process and leveraging technology to do it. So let's kind of walk through it so you guys can see. When you guys download the kit, you're going to get this exact example. And what I would suggest doing is going in and just using this as a template and going in and just localizing it for your business. It's pretty straightforward. Talks about the mission, talks about our vision, to be Illinois' most innovative custom apparel provider. We're offering top-tier design services, seamless e-commerce experiences, and fast, reliable production. In 5 years, we aim to have, and then we spelled that out, partnered with 200 schools, nonprofits, doubled our annual revenue through online stores, established ourselves as a regional leader in sustainable printing. I outlined what our current markets are right here. So here's your current markets, potential markets right here. So I put down some new ones like retreat merchandise, youth group apparel, church branding if you're involved in the faith-based organizations, event planning, if maybe you're going to do merch for reunions or corporate retreats or weddings, youth camps, camp uniforms, promotional products, and memorabilia. And I put down like our competitors. And I also listed some of the big national companies here too, like Custom Ink, or, also have like local print shops. Certainly we compete with them. And also, kind of the DIY people, the out of the house, Etsy and, home printers, because these people impact our business as well. And then here's our competitive advantage right here. We understand unique needs of our local market. We're using our GraphicsFlow platform for design management, Inksoft for seamless online store creation. Flexible solutions accept both small and bulk orders with competitive pricing and fast turnarounds. And then we have a customer-centric approach, dedicated support, customization assistance, and high-quality guarantees. And I put some revenue goals in here. For this business, my target revenue goal is $500,000. Breakdown, I want to have about 60% of it from schools and teams, about 30% of it from corporate, and about 10% from nonprofit. These are my target. And then here's some core values: creativity, bringing unique vision to life with tailored designs, building strong relationships with local organizations, minimizing waste and using eco-friendly inks and materials, ensuring every client feels valued and satisfied. I think that's a pretty cool one right there. And then some of my marketing goals. I want to post weekly on Instagram and Facebook, showcasing, finished products, a gallery of the work I'm doing. Workshops and events, host quarterly in-person design workshops for schools and nonprofits to inspire engagement. So SEO campaign, optimize website to drive traffic and improve search rankings and target phrases like custom team shirts in Illinois. What technology stack am I using? I'm going to be using GraphicsFlow for the art side. I'm going to be using an Inksoft platform for my e-commerce. It might be a different platform for you. Objective, I want to create 50 active online stores by the end of 2025. And then key partnerships. So who are some of the people I'm working with? I'm ordering my blanks from Alpha Broder and Sanmar. I have some local nonprofits that I have close community involvement with. I have a relationship with a sign shop locally that does work for me, and we kind of share customers. They don't do apparel. I do apparel. I don't do signs. They do my signage. We kind of throw customers back and forth. We don't directly compete. We're kind of we kind of operate as a holistic branding company. So between the two of us, if somebody was starting up a new business, maybe they could do all their signs and banners, and maybe they also do, printing, so they could do their business cards and maybe fleet graphics on their vehicles, and I could do all the wearables and promotional items. And then I put in some specific metric: increase customer retention by 85%, launch 10 new online stores per quarter. So that's a goal that I've set. Improved order turnaround time by 15% through workflow automation. And risks and challenges. So resistance to e-commerce tools by staff and clients. Maybe you have people on your staff that just aren't with it, that they're just old school, or maybe you're the old school one that aren't really keen on adopting new technology. And, if you got your head kind of stuck in the sand on that, hey, my whole business is built on word of mouth, I would say you're probably not going to experience a lot of growth. And I think there's some things you can do, especially leveraging technology to get around that, and there's some challenges we're going to have. It looks likely that we're going to see an increase in the cost of raw materials and goods coming up. And then, so how are we going to kind of resolve that? Maybe lock in some bulk price agreements with our suppliers, maybe stock up some inventory. Maybe if we're using ink in our business, whether it's screen printing ink or ink for maybe a DTG printer, maybe we're going to put some money away to stock up. And then customer experience and vision. A seamless, delightful journey from our order placement to product delivery. And here's our process. Customers can use the Inksoft Designer online to visualize their products in real time, transparent order tracking and updates through a dedicated portal, timely delivery. So you guys can literally take this document and just fill it out and just replicate it. Let me show you how we do that with ChatGPT. When I log into ChatGPT, okay, I am going to go in here and I'm going to start a new prompt. You notice we have an Inktavo bot. We have a custom ChatGPT bot here that's just trained on our company, which is kind of neat. I can do that because I have a paid account. So I'm paying $20 a month, so I can create my own little customizable bots. It's different than Dante. It doesn't give me the flexibility that Dante does. But for $20 a month, it's hard to beat that. Let's take that poll that we use to kind of create all the information about Blue Shirt that I filled out. So let me pull that up. So I'm just going to take this questionnaire I filled out on my business. So now it's going to know the context kind of around me. And so I'm just going to download this as a Word doc. I'm just going to download it. I could copy and paste it, but I'll show you the reason why downloading is a little easier, because I can steer it a little bit better. So we're going to take that. We're going to take that and upload it. So I'm just going to go over here and upload that. So think of that as like a source material. That's all that is. It's just source material. So here's that questionnaire I filled out on my business. And so now it has the scoop on my business. And this is the same information that I utilized for creating the store bot that I created in Dante. And I could use the same information if I want to create a custom bot in ChatGPT. I could do the same thing. I can't be as specific with the context instructions as I can with Dante. So we've got that. We're going to go over here and we're going to localize this template right here. So let's go and kind of go through it and get it, make a copy of it and get it updated. Okay, so here it is. Let's make a copy of it. So I'm just going to make a copy of it and just going to make this my own. We're going to let ChatGPT create this built around this framework. So let me pull up the framework. So I'm just going to take this framework right here, and I'm just going to copy that right in here. And what I'm trying to do is I'm just going to say create a business plan for Blue Shirts printing. based on the attached document, just given instructions and this business plan framework. So this is just a great little starting point right here. So I'm just going to paste that text in there. So it's going to read out this doc. So watch what happens when I click on the little button here. It's reading the doc, it's examining it, then it's looking at the prompt, and it's just building this. So this is my starting point. It knows my business because I filled out that questionnaire. So it's going in here and dropping that in. So this is where it's really cool, and this is where I can refine it. Now, there's a new feature in ChatGPT that's called Canvas. So what Canvas does is it allows me to do like live editing. So when this is done prompting, then I can go in and just start fine-tuning using Canvas, which is a pretty amazing new thing. There's a lot of new developments in ChatGPT, and you notice I'm using ChatGPT 4.0. Because I have that paid account, I'm not going to run up against prompt limit. If you're using a free account, you're probably going to run up to a prompt limit if you're using it, let's say, all day long. And then I said, hey, listen, this is great, but I'd really like more detail. So I can just give it general detail right here. So I can just say, I would like more detail. Now, the other thing too, you can also give it a role. It's giving me a lot more information in here. Kind of doing a synthesis. It's taking that framework that I pasted in here, and it took its information that it knew about my business, and it's making some recommendations. Once we're done, then we're going to just go into specific areas and have it update. It recommended a customer loyalty program. So these are some things that it recommended. Let's go over here and let's highlight that. And we're going to use the Canvas feature. And so see where it says the little blue buttons right there? What that's telling me is that instead of asking a question, it's actually applying it to just this section. And so we're going to say, create a brief plan for rolling out a loyalty program. We're just doing some fine tuning here. And then it's just going to start doing this like in real time. It's going to do that, and it's going to ask me if I want to accept this or not. So it's just giving me a general framework of what a loyalty program could look like. A little side journey here, which I need a little bit of clarification. And when it's done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it shorten it. So once it's all done here, I'm just going to go to this little suggest edits, and I'm just going to go up here and just shorten and incorporate into plan. You'll see this change in real time now. So there you go. So that's actually a real strategic plan that I can go and tweak specifically for this particular project. I can close out of here too. Got that in there. Update plan. So what's cool about this is, it just gives you like this starting point. You don't have to start from scratch. You just let it build it out, and then you just go and iterate on it. So let's ask it, you are a marketing expert. You help apparel businesses achieve growth and scale by leveraging technology. What questions you have would improve this plan? So let's see. So it's going to give me a list of questions. So do you have a customer persona for each target market segment, schools? So you could add that. Okay, so let's go update it. So let's answer those questions. I always like to go back once I get the kind of first draft in, and then give it a roll and say, hey, okay, what can we do to tune this up? So do you have a detailed customer persona? So we're going to say under 1, no persona. We deal with a wide variety. Are there untapped groups? Untapped groups include the agricultural clubs like 4-H and Future Farmers of America. So I'm just going to kind of stop it here. I'm not going to go through all of these, but we're going to just let it intake that information, just taking all of that and just expanding on it. So this is going to be pretty much our plan right here. So see how it added the 4-H in here? So it's giving me advice now. Dropped in a section on the customer retention and loyalty because we called that out. It's gone through here and done the competitive analysis, updated my financial goals, my growth opportunities, and added the agricultural options there. And then an action plan, immediate, and then a timeline. And I can go back and iterate on this. I can just go into Google Sheets now. I could go and add action plans for every single element of this. Do an action plan like section by section. Give me specific strategies for posting on social media. Let's go and show you a couple other ways to download the content. So I'm just going to go over here and go over here to this little panel because we're not editing on this anymore. Create a PDF and provide a download link. And here it is. Let's see what we got. We're going to download it into my downloads right there. We're going to open it and see it. There it is. There's my PDF. I like to copy and paste into Google Sheets better. When you copy and paste into Google Sheets, it automatically puts in all of the shortcuts here. And you notice how it formats it. Nice and neat. That's how you do it. That's the whole process. Leveraging ChatGPT to do this. So kind of recapping, how was I able to do this? Number one, I filled out a 40-point questionnaire on my business. So it knew who I was. Number two, I already had a sample business plan to start with, and all I had to do is update it with things that were important to me. So I utilized that business plan that was already built, customized it, updated the questionnaire about my business so it had some context on what I do, and then just had it busted out, and then just went and iterated on it. Just started giving it additional instructions. So we have this already built. Let me show you where you can get really granular with this. Now, this is new. As of this week, we can just create a new project, and we'll just call this business plan. So we're going to create a project. And so we're going to kind of keep all this stuff in here now. We're going to take this right here, this business plan. I'm just going to download it again. I'm not going to copy and paste it. I'm just going to download it. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to say upload. This is going to be my kind of context document. Here's all the information about my business again. So let's add that too. So it has a little bit more context about my business. That questionnaire comes in handy because that's what you use when you're asking ChatGPT to understand specifics about what you do. You can use that context document. Now that I'm in a project, I don't have to ever do this again because this intelligence that I just added to this project is going to stay with the project. It's going to be referenced in there. So I can come back to this project and update it anytime I want. So here's what we're going to do. From the role of a marketing expert, give me step-by-step instructions, including weekly schedule for posting on Instagram. My content will include samples of my apparel decoration work after I produce them, and then messages about my involvement in the community and upcoming events. See, based on your businesses and focuses and goals. So it has my business plan now, and it also has context about me, and it's going to give me step by step exactly how to do it. And then we'll take it a step further because then we're going to have it add hashtags. So there's really no excuse anymore. Having ChatGPT is like having this built-in marketing expert working for you. And this technology just keeps getting better and better. They're going to release a new ChatGPT model here shortly. They give me a schedule, exactly what to do. And this is from best practices from a marketing expert. Okay, so let's get some hashtags and see what it comes up with. So here's all your hashtags. So let's take it a step further. Now you got a library of hashtags, and now you can start building out posts. So you can actually have an Instagram post. Create an Instagram post, including hashtags, agricultural groups, to create community awareness and let prospective customers know of services we offer. This uploaded artwork, for instance, as an example, our capabilities. Okay, let's grab some artwork because ChatGPT is also an image software. So if I go into my GraphicsFlow and then I'll just type in farm, that's a good one. It says download a PNG file of that. Let's see what it does. Blue Shirt Spring, we're passionate about bringing your agricultural pride to life with custom designed apparel. Whether you're part of 4-H, FFA, or just love the farm life, we've got you covered. What we offer. Need custom merch for an event or fundraiser? Let us help you make an impact while celebrating your roots. DM us today or visit our website to get started. And here's all your hashtags. Utilizing the tech stack that you guys already have. So if you look at GraphicsFlow, you have an elite graphics capability. You have a graphics capability. Even big, giant companies with full service art departments oftentimes don't have a graphics capability as sophisticated as the content and the tools you have at GraphicsFlow. You obviously know how I feel about having an e-commerce platform. It's table stakes in today's day and age. You have to have some way to leverage and utilize stores, tie your customers up, make it convenient for them to purchase that Amazon-like buying experience. So you take that, you start tuning up your social media game. You can let ChatGPT do that. You have a marketing plan. It's simple. It's concise. Gives you step-by-step some directions. You commit to that. Nothing changes if nothing changes. The beauty of technology out there, you have these tools, so use them. And the best part about this is what we did here today. It's all free. Doesn't cost you a penny. The marketing kit and the business plan kit that you guys will be able to download, it's free. Everything I did here on this account, I could have done with the free ChatGPT account. So let's take it one last step. Right now, reach email based on this post. Optimize for best practices and explain what you did. Just like having a conversation. You get to be the boss. You don't have to say please and thank you. It's not required. So here's your email. Excellent little email. It says what I did and why it works. Subject line optimization, personalized greeting, engaging introduction, structured content, call to action, CTA, customer-centric language, trust-building elements, friendly closing. And then, so now let's convert it to a text message. There you go. Now you got a text message. And it goes on. And then you can personalize it. So, okay, so now personalize this email for Central High 4-H. And Bob Johnson is the faculty decision maker. They have their booth at the county fair in next month. We'll need merch. Bob, I hope this finds you well. With the county fair just around the corner, we'd love to help Central 4-H stand out with custom merch for your booth. At Blue Shirts Printing, we specialize in creating unique, high-quality apparel that's perfect for showcasing your group's pride and making it work. Okay, so then you can link graphics in there too. All right, well, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today. I would like to challenge you all to take the download kit for your business plan and actually complete it. Go through that exercise. It has all the steps. It'll tell you how to get signed up for a ChatGPT account. You have all the prompt instructions. You have everything you need in order to initiate this project. And thank you so much for joining me on GraphicsFlow Academy.